go directly into the regular meeting?
Madam Chair, yes, we can go directly into the regular meeting.
At this time, I will call the meeting to order. Clerk of the Board, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Baker,
Present.
Commissioner Dellisfort,
Present.
Commissioner Granados.
Here.
Commissioner Kowalski.
Here.
Commissioner Mirabella.
Present.
Commissioner Palmieri Muedad.
Here.
Commissioner Williams.
Here.
Vice Chairman Bodek.
Here.
And Chairwoman Leon.
Here.
Let the record reflect you have 9 commissioners present for this evening's regular meeting.
Thank you. Clerk of the Board, please lead us in the prayer and salute to the flag.
Humbly we ask God, the giver of peace and lover of charity, to give the entire family of nations true agreement with his will, and to grant the light of his spirit on all who work for justice and peace. Amen. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Clerk of the Board, can you please read the statement of compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act?
The chair wishes to announce that pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey statutes annotated Title 10, Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting of the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Union has been given by mailing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2025, along with periodic changes necessitated by circumstance to the newspapers circulating within the County of Union who are designated to receive such notice, and by posting the annual meeting schedule for the year 2025 in the Administration Building, and further by filing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2025 with the Office of the County Clerk.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the communications?
So moved, Madam Chair.
May I have a
Second.
second? Thank you. It was moved by Commissioner Mirabella and seconded by Commissioner Kowalski. Clerk of the Board, can you please call the roll?
This is for the communications. Commissioner Baker,
Aye.
Commissioner Dellisfort,
Aye.
Commissioner Granados,
Aye.
Commissioner Kowalski,
Yes.
Commissioner Mirabella,
Aye.
Commissioner Palmieri Muedad,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chairman Bodek,
Aye.
Chairwoman Leon.
Aye.
Let the record reflect you have 9 votes in the affirmative on the communications.
Thank you. At this time, we'll open the public portion of the meeting. Kindly state your name and town of residence for the record, and if speaking on a resolution on the agenda, please note the resolution number to which you are referring and adhere to the 5-minute time limit.
Good evening. Salam Ismail with the National United Youth Council Incorporated. Happy Women History Month. Give you a little history. She was an anti-poverty advocate in the 60s, civil rights activist in the 70s, political activist in the 80s, and a human rights advocate till her last days on earth. Her works as president of the Welfare Rights Organization, organizer with the National Council of Negro Women, founder of Daycare 100, president of the Coalition of United Elizabeth, co-founder of the National United Youth Council Incorporated. Carrie, with eighth grade education and single mother of 11 children, became one of New Jersey's vocal leaders on poverty, housing, women's rights, and social justice. Her voice and advocacy helped to bring in a first-time home ownership program in Elizabeth, New Jersey. She pushed statewide for daycare services for single moms. She met with mayors, governors, and organizers with many marches on Washington campaigns. She led protests against police brutality and discrimination. She was the first African-American woman to run for councilwoman at large in the city of Elizabeth. And this during the time of one of the most notorious mayors in Elizabeth. That was in 1984. Carrie cared for youth issues, motivated her to co-found the National United Youth Council Incorporated, which today have branches in 5 states, including Washington, D.C. Carrie Lee Thomas Ismail died of lung cancer 1 week before her 75th birthday on this month. The city of Elizabeth, New Jersey, named the street after her, Carrie Thomas Avenue, my mom. And if she was here today, she would address this issue that affect a lot of women that had the services to be county correction police officers. This is a list of names of women who came through the county correction police officers and now either filed charges because they was abused, either harassed, intimidation, sexual assault, racial abuse, frivolous investigation, physical abuse, discrimination, target attacks, retaliation, and cover-ups. Some of the names include, and this is, most of it already been public, some of these individuals actually sued the county. Monique Hall, Marissa Taylor, Vanessa Wilson, Regina Major, Gina Lewis, Valerie Diaz, Helen Boyd, Wadlin Stellis, Beverly Figueroa, Hassana Adams. These are women who work for the counties, serve these counties as correction officer, police officers, many of which had came to me. And he told me about this problem that they're having, and no one is addressing it. I reached out to the Civil Rights Division and filed an official complaint on their behalf. I'm asking this county to open up an inquiry into this matter. Most of these charges and these allegations points to the sheriff of this county. It's the most sickening thing I've ever heard, that at least on 2 occasions, 2 of these women was actually touched by a man, sexually assaulted by a man, who was I believe, eventually they dismissed or fired or whatever. I don't want this to go silent. This would be something my mother would definitely be in charge of. I guarantee you, she would probably have women up and down these steps filling up this room. In closing, I say this. I'm gonna give you guys 10 days to look into these allegations. Some of it's public already. And to have a report when I come back. When I come back, some of these women, and there will be many more, who have the same kind of concern. I'm hoping that you guys do the right thing. Thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. Patterson, before you begin, please give me a moment. No, you could stand if you like. During the last several board meetings, you have once again made comments that are in violation of this board's policies concerning public comment. In particular, you've made inflammatory personal comments in referring to members of this board. As I did on the record more than a year ago, you are hereby placed on notice that should you violate the above or any other board rules, the chair has the authority to enforce them by terminating your right to speak or by having you removed from this meeting room as appropriate. Failure to abide by the board rules will result in appropriate action by the chair. Thank you. Clerk of the board, you can begin the speaker's 5 minutes at this time.
Thank you, Council Bergen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. Bruce Patterson, Garwood, New Jersey. It's interesting that the board rules are different than actually the U.S. Constitution, so that's interesting. Reso 239 is awarding DIG Architects $140,000 for a preliminary concept for the Caldwell Courthouse concept development. This is a holy crap lot of money just for some concept and needs full explanation for the public. Hopefully this money is being spent on the upcoming 250-year anniversary of the founding of our nation, and it should be educational to boot. Comments. I see another lawsuit against our Bibby Taylor and her Improvement Authority. Bibby, the double-dipping finance chair and director of the UCIA, both full-time jobs, making over $300,000. Am I lying? No. This lawsuit comes from Dobco, the general contractor building the Union County government complex. He's claiming your Union County entities are waging a campaign of revenge and retaliation. He claims this stems from a court challenge Dobco lodged 3 years ago, where the courts found your Bibby Taylor's UCIA violated public contracts law in awarding the project to her possible favored contract contractor. Am I lying? No. The contract was then reversed. The project rebid, and Dobko subsequently won the award. Not saying he is right or wrong in Director Taylor's alleged revenge. In fact, his $8 million in change orders should be scrutinized for accuracy, since contractors tend to fatten them up. But he is also claiming our UCIA is dragging their feet on the approval of his change orders and will not award him any money in a reasonable time, even if finding them valid. This looks like another black mark on your Bibby Taylor, and we will hear from the county the claims are without merit, I'm sure. In the meantime, I was reviewing your recent ice skating rink bid, and the specs note that the change orders, once quickly approved, are included in the project immediately, and the schedule of values are updated for payment. I see no difference for the process, especially if it involves Dobko's $8 million in change orders. All right, I watched the video from last meeting, and a couple items come to mind. The county manager, in introducing the preliminary budget, kind of hid the fact that it comes with a 1.75% increase. He only referred to it as adjustments need to be recognized. And I also watched in amazement as Commissioner Rebecca Williams called me a racist about my DEI comment. You don't talk about that, right? We find her frequently wrong, but never in doubt. It appears she does not know what DEI means. DEI prevents discrimination, creates a welcoming environment for more marginalized peoples, puts individual merit aside for an opportunity to help those in need. Commissioner Granados, as I noted, was plucked from obscurity with no experience to be a freeholder. Thus my comment. But for her to pull out some race card and then call me a racist instead of even defending her fellow commissioner, that ironically makes her the racist in this room and speaks loads to
Mr.
the
Patterson, be careful.
But before any commissioner thinks about throwing aspersions and insults at a resident, one should make sure their house is in order. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, to use a colloquial expression. In the beginning of every meeting, we stand up to face the American flag and say the Pledge of Allegiance with our hands to our heart. This action shows fealty to our nation and to our citizens' interests. But not Rebecca Williams. She does turn around, but then she fake pretends with no words of pledge or hand to the heart. In my opinion, this certainly comes off as anti-American. Maybe Jehovah's Witnesses do this, or communists. But if so, each of these groups serve their own agendas instead of serving our republic and its citizens. If she is so proud of whatever she is, then she should quit fake pretending, remain seated, while the rest of us Americans graciously pledge our allegiance to this great nation. So to date, I was called a misogynist by Commissioner Lords Leon, and she was slapped down in embarrassment. Rebecca Williams calls me a racist, and it blew up in her face. So all that's left is, I guess, for someone to call me a homophobe. So maybe next meeting. Thank you very much, and I will be leaving early, so I'll watch the video for whatever comments. Thank you.
Sorry.
Hello, how are you? My name is Tassana Smith-Thomas. I'm the president of the Foundation of Shakia Garrett. I also work with Salam with the National United Youth Council. So today I'm just going to affirm some of the things that Mr. Ishmael was talking about. So we need to reform, refresh, and reorganize Houston County Sheriff's Department of Corrections. We're asking for a full inquiry on Peter Cavelli. It's time for him to be held accountable for his actions. We have a list of officers whom the sheriffs have violated their civil rights, whether personally or through his supervising staff, which is already in public knowledge. So, as a black woman, as a woman, I have very much respect for our law enforcement. They deal with so much each and every day when they go on the job. They have to work with criminals, they have to deal with inmates, so they don't have a lot of things that they have to deal with. But one thing they shouldn't have to deal with is work discrimination, sexual assault, the fear of speaking. That's not constitutional, right? We get to speak. You should be able to speak freely without retaliation. So we're just asking, can y'all please do an inquiry, a full inquiry? One of the things that I learned by speaking to one of the ladies was about when they do a grievance, how the grievance go to internal affairs and then to go right back to the sheriff's officer. But if he's the sheriff, why is he reading other people's grievances that's about him? That should be null and void. So we need to have a committee, or we need to do something where we could take account of everything that's going on. So for the sheriff, we just not need to just recommend him. We have to be changes. We have to do changes. Changes in his file do not translate into changes of his attitude and his actions. So we have to stop the hostility, we have to stop the discrimination, we have to stop the retaliation, and we have to stop the sexual assaults. Thank you.
One more.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity for me to speak. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. My name is Waylon Stellis from Linden. I was born and raised in Union County. I'm a Union County taxpayer. I was contemplating whether I should speak or not, but God put it in my spirit that who lights a lamp and puts it under a bushel basket? It needs to be placed on a lampstand so it could light up the house. Last year, I was able to speak to you all, and with PBA Local 199. We were here to protest the layoffs. Needless to say, the layoffs did happen. It didn't really stop anything, but I was happy to know that others were able to hear our plight. 2 other black women were with me. We were 3. It was the 3 of us. One resigned. The other one has been laid off and still trying to get a job, still unemployed. And I'm standing in the name of Jesus. When the layoff was presented, it was presented under the pretense that we were facing a budget crisis. We needed more money. Union County needed more money, and officers had to be laid off. What's disheartening is how this year I'm watching sheriff officers are being hired next door. I literally watched over 50 applicants come in. They're hiring constantly. What happened to the budget problem? It's a little deception there, but God is watching. All of us here, we all have an expiration date. But our soul, we have to talk to God. We have to answer. I'm not here to question how much money people make. I'm not here for that. But I would love for you to practice a little bit of introspection and question some of the things that are going on next door. I have been made target of investigations left and right. Others were supposed to come here tonight. They texted me, every time I speak, I'm a target of investigation, I won't show up. But that will not dissuade me from speaking. That's not how God built me. I will speak, because you know why? Jesus himself was a target. We need to look into the activities that are happening next door. Those who are privileged, who have family members in the county, they get jobs, no college degree. But we have correction police officers, including myself, with college degree. I'm working on my master's. Others are working on their PhD, but we can't even transfer to the sheriffs next door. Something's not right. Either campaign promises are being satisfied, something is going on, and it needs to be looked at. I'm asking you all to not only operate corporately, but individually. Question what is really going on. Because at the beginning and at the end of the day, God is watching. And one day, we all have to answer to God. Money is money, but you can't take it with you in the afterlife. You all have a blessed, blessed day.
No one else?
Seeing no one else, I will formally close this portion of the meeting. County Manager, would you like to respond to any other comments?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm just going to defer to Council Bergen. I will say that by law, any investigation regarding law enforcement cannot be done by the Commissioner Board. It has to go to the County Prosecutor's Office. So there's no ability by either way to do that. But, Counselor?
Just to add to that, any such investigation, even from the prosecutor that's reported to the county, cannot be made public. All of those are personnel matters, so your request for a report is just impossible for this board to comply with. Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't, please, you're violating the rules. You're not allowed to talk from the audience. You had your opportunity, now it's the opportunity of the board and their employees to speak. Please do not talk.
May I have a motion to adopt resolutions 2025-235 through 2025-284?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. It was moved by Commissioner Mirabella and seconded by Commissioner Kowalski. Clerk of the Board, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Baker,
Aye.
Commissioner Dellisford,
Aye.
Commissioner Granados,
Aye.
Commissioner Kowalski,
Yes.
Commissioner Mirabella,
Aye.
Commissioner Palmieri Mudet,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chairman Bodek,
Aye.
and Chairwoman Leon.
Aye.
Let the record reflect you have 9 votes on all the resolutions.
Thank you. At this time, I will call upon my colleagues for comments, and I will start with Commissioner Kowalski.
Thank you, Chairwoman. As has been noted, we have entered Women's History Month, and we have an event coming up on March 20th featuring educator, activist, and storyteller Amy Tan. It's called Learning to Speak Up, and it'll be at noon on next Thursday, March 20th, at Union College's Cranford campus on Springfield Avenue. So Amy Tan will share, not Amy Tan, that's the writer, Annie Tan will share her experiences as an educator and activist. She has been inspired in large part by her connection to her cousin Vincent Chin, who was murdered in 1982, and the response to that was a huge wave of protest and Asian American civil rights motions. So this event is free and open to all Union County residents, and you can register at ucnj.org/WHM for Women's History Month, and it's funded in part by the New Jersey Historical Commission. I'd also like to note that Chairwoman Lourdes Leon and Commissioner Dellisford and I had the pleasure of attending the Teen Arts Festival today, and it continues tomorrow. I know some of us will be going back, and it's just so inspiring to see the great work that not only our students but their teachers are doing all around the county, and just want to commend everyone involved with that, including our Cultural and Heritage Affairs staff and Parks staff who've been working there. So thank you, Chairwoman.
Thank you. Commissioner Mirabella?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I was going to bank my town, but I feel like I'm compelled to make a short comment. I know Sheriff Corvelli to be a good, honest public servant who would not condone any of these illegal or immoral matters. He's got decades of law enforcement experience at the municipal level in the county, and he would certainly stand up and point out any wrongdoing. I have confidence in the prosecutor and the process that he will take to make sure that these allegations are properly investigated and cleared up. So I don't want anybody to disparage the good work of the sheriff or his office without any due cause for that. I understand people want to raise this awareness, and it's been sufficiently raised. And I will rely on the prosecutor's office to conduct an investigation, as they would on any complaint brought forward against a member of law enforcement. And with that, Madam Chair, I'll conclude my comments.
Thank you, Commissioner Mirabella. Commissioner Dellisford?
Thank you, Madam Chair. In celebration of Women's History Month, the Union County Board of County Commissioners is launching the 2025 Union County Shira Awards, recognizing women who demonstrate strength, leadership, and a commitment to their communities. Nominations are open to women of all backgrounds. Submissions must include a photo and a brief description, 200 words or less, of the nominee's contributions. The deadline to submit is April 30th. Winners will be announced in May. To nominate, please visit ucnj.org/Shiro-award. And for more information, contact the Union County Office on Women at 908-527-4216, or you can email jerdos@ucnj.org. I'd also like to wish everybody a happy Women's Month, and I'd like to also congratulate Director Debbie Ann Anderson for her election to NACO's Executive Committee. I believe it's indicative of the fact that she has outstanding leadership qualities, her depth of knowledge goes unnoticed, and her unwavering commitment to Health and Human Services. So congratulations. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Commissioner Baker?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Union County Immunization Clinic offers free and low-cost vaccinations to help ensure children and adults stay protected. The MMR vaccine is a simple and effective way to protect against measles, mumps, and rubella, highly contagious diseases, as you all know, that can cause serious complications. If you or your child need the MMR vaccine, visit ucnj.org/clinic or call 908-558-6921 for more information. And that concludes my comments.
Thank you, Commissioner Baker. Commissioner Williams?
Thank you, Chairwoman. A couple of things. First, I want to address some commentary that came my way. I'm sorry to take up your time, but it's kind of important, I think. Some of Mr. Patterson's commentary directed toward me continues what I would call his racist and misogynistic attacks on women. You may remember at last meeting, he used some figurative violence against Director Taylor, calling her his former whipping girl. So clearly, that says something about his thought process. For myself, I've been on this board for 7 years. I do not pledge the flag. I do not pray. That is understood. I stand respectfully, but my personal religious beliefs preclude me from doing so. I've never fake pledged. I'm here for everyone to see. And actually, if one, and you don't have to do this, but if you Google my name and the words Pledge of Allegiance, you will see that I, in the past, have been harassed and intimidated, received hate mail because I did not do that, all engineered for political reasons some years ago. His comments about Commissioner Granados that he made at last meeting were not meant to be praising him. They were meant to bury him, to be insulting in the same way that the person I'm presuming Mr. Patterson admires, the person currently in the White House, would enjoy. So, you know, he can call me a communist, he can call me a racist, he can call me whatever he wants, but I'm proudly the person that I am, and nothing that he says, you know, touches me. But I felt that on behalf of my colleagues and on behalf of Director Taylor, he should, that I should say something. It's my right, it's anyone's right in this room as a citizen, or even if you're not a citizen, to pray or not pray. I think the Supreme Court has decided that. So the person that I would say is un-American is the person who does not allow someone to do as they wish. So that's what I have to say about that. On a Thank you. But to end on a positive note, I would like to invite residents. We're starting our special, we're starting our LGBTQ Empowerment Hour for this year. I am going to be co-hosting with Michaela Mirabella on Tuesday, March 18th at 6:30 p.m. via Zoom. This is a virtual event, and it will highlight the contributions of LGBTQ plus women in history, as well as ongoing efforts to uplift and to support them as part of the community. This is part of our county's commitment to inclusivity and equality and equity. It's free and open to the public, but you must register. So for more information, please contact our coordinator, Robert Cherkowski, at 908-527-4742, or to register, visit ucnj.org/LGBTQ. And thank you all for indulging me. Thank you, Chairwoman. And
You're welcome.
happy St. Patrick's Day as well.
Thank you. Commissioner Palmieri Mudet?
Thank you. And before I give my remarks, I would just like to say how proud I am to serve on a commissioner board with all of my colleagues here. I think that everyone here works really hard and does a really great job to make sure that Union County is a inclusive, accessible space for all of its residents. And I'm extremely proud of the work that each one of you do on a daily basis, along with our team that is out there all the time working for our residents. I'd also like to just highlight before I give my remarks how proud I am of our youth here in Union County. Just over, I don't think I've ever done this many resolutions of congratulations, but there's been so many really great things that have been going on in our community. I just highlighted a few in my hometown of Westfield. Our boys swim team won the state championship for the third time in a row. Our boys ice hockey team won first ever state championship. Our mock trial team also won the state championship. I know our Plainfield High School boys team won last night, and they're going to the, I think it's called the Central Jersey Championship at Rutgers University this Sunday. Yes, and they were the Union County champions. So just so proud of all of these individuals that are working so hard. I went to our Parks Volunteer Recognition Dinner last week, as well as our Teen Arts Festival and our Unsung Heroes program last night. I was there last night with Chairwoman, and to hear about what these students are doing in Union County, it really makes you, in a time when we hear just so much negativity and so many bad things, you see what these students and these individuals are doing, and you know that they are the future, and they're going to make a difference in our community in small ways and in really big ways. And I was floored. I know last night, Lourdes and I kept like, oh my God, another one. Wow, this story's amazing. This person's amazing. And it was true. I want to congratulate all of the unsung heroes, because they were all really remarkable individuals, as well as our Parks volunteers, who are all Eagle Scouts, who did these really amazing projects in Union County that, again, I don't even know where they find the time or the capacity to do it, but really just making all of us proud. And then the Teen Arts Festival today, the talent is remarkable. So I'm just really proud to be a Union County resident, and I'm so honored to be able to represent so many individuals. I also want to thank Commissioner Williams for acknowledging Mr. Bernardi. I remember him and his wonderful artwork, and I hope that this year we can maybe honor him at our senior art exhibit. So with that, we invite our senior artists age 60 and above to participate in the 2025 Union County Senior Art Exhibit that will take place place between April 21st through June 4th at Union College of Union County, New Jersey's Scotch Plains campus. Artists of all experience levels may submit original artwork created between April 2022 and April 2025 in various categories, including painting, photography, sculpture, and more. First place winners will advance to the New Jersey Senior Citizens Art Show in the fall. The deadline to register is April 13th, 2025. For full details and online registration, please visit ucnj.org/senior-art or call 908-558-2552 for more assistance. And that concludes my comments.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Granados?
Thank you, Chair. Tonight, I'm proud to announce the launch of the 2025 Plant a Seed Program grants, continuing our commitment to sustainability and education. This year, in addition to our Kids Dig In and Union County Means Green Community Garden grants, we're introducing the new Fruitful Futures Tree Grant, providing fruit trees to eligible schools, nonprofits, and municipalities throughout Union County. Since its inception, this program has helped establish over 159 school and community gardens, creating hands-on learning and experiences and increasing access to fresh produce. With the expansion of this initiative, we are ensuring long-term sustainability and food resources for our communities. Applications are now open. Interested schools and organizations can learn more at ucng.org/plant-a-seed garden grants. And just in closing, I want to make mention of Commissioner Williams, someone who is one of the hardest working commissioners we have here on our commissioner board, someone who works with all segments of population and fighting for their needs, for their wants, but also standing up for individuals. And, you know, not even as a commissioner, just as a resident, that's one of the things I admire most about Commissioner Williams is that, you know, individuals who try to come bullying other individuals or come here with negativity, she always stands up and making sure that, you know, she brings out the positive outlook and also, more importantly, doesn't let bullying take place here in our communities. And that's one of the things that Mr. Patterson continues to try to do here is bullying and pushing his negative comments towards individuals. And I respect Commissioner Williams, and I think we all continue to stand when it comes to not allowing individuals like Bruce Patterson speaking his negativity and just staying quiet. So thank you, Commissioner Williams, for always standing up and making sure that you're fighting for all the needs and standing up for non-bullying individuals across the County of Union. Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Vice Chair Bodek?
Union County Clerk Joanne Rajapi will be hosting a Notary Public Training Seminar on Friday, April 11th, 2025, from 8:45 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at the Stambler Academy in Scotch Plains for Union County residents or those who work in Union County. The seminar will feature Union County First Deputy Counsel Mustafa Maffa. Space is limited to 50 registrants with a $10 registration fee required to be paid in advance. The deadline to register is Tuesday, April 1st, 2025, or until spots are filled. Business casual attire is required, no jeans or sneakers. The seminar will cover the Notary Public application process, new legal requirements, proper notarization steps, and how to maintain a notary journal. To register, visit ucnj.org/county-clerk or call 908-527-4787 for more details. I also want to congratulate Director Anderson on her achievement and the recognition she deserves. Also, this coming Saturday is the St. Patrick's Day Parade sponsored by Union County and the Township of Union in the middle of Union Township at 1 p.m. kickoff time, and everybody's invited to attend and come out and have a good time and be Irish for the day.
Thank you. Council Bergen?
Thank you, Chair. I just want to, and it's unfortunate Mr. Patterson is not here, but I want to take a moment to point out how ironic it is that he attempts to take the patriotism high ground while arguing to deny Commissioner Williams her clear First Amendment rights. It's typical of Mr. Patterson. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. County Manager Oatman?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I believe the commissioners to my left also wanted to congratulate Director Anderson, but their time ran out, so I'm using my time to assist them. Thank you.
All right. So before I start, I just want to congratulate you. Okay? I know this board is proud of you, and so is the county. You're amazing. We love you. I love you. Anyway, this week was a lot of fun, and it was very busy for me, and I had the privilege of attending several impactful events across Union County, supporting initiatives in employment, mental health, community resources, the arts, and housing. At the Union County Pathways to Employment, Career, and Job Fair hosted by our American Job Center, I joined Commissioner Palmieri Mudet in connecting residents with over 30 employers to support career growth. It was amazing. It was so crowded that day, remember? I also had the honor of speaking at the Stepping Up to Mental Health Assembly at Roselle Park High School, where Jared Campbell delivered an inspiring message to all the students on mental health awareness. Special thanks to Ricardo Cyprian from Roselle Park High School and the Kimberly Ann Wilson Foundation for their partnership. Lastly, it was Read Across America Week, and as a retired educator, I had a lot of fun. I mean, these kids are our future, and I visited so many classrooms along with all my colleagues. We all had a great time, and I can't believe it's over. I would keep doing it. So, we enjoyed it, I shared all my love of books. We all did, and that's it for me. Thank you. Have a nice St. Patrick's Day parade weekend, and have a nice St. Patty's Day, and have a drink, have some Irish soda bread, just enjoy the weekend.
Cabbage.
That's right. That's all I'm gonna do all weekend.
All my
Eat,
people
drink,
delicacies.
and be merry. Thank you, everyone.
Potatoes.
Motion to close.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. It was moved by Commissioner Palmieri Mudet and seconded by Commissioner Dellis Ford. The meeting is adjourned. Good night, everyone.
All right.